Kayla, and this is my dilemma of a book nerd tag, and I will link down below the version of the tag that I found and have you got the questions from, and I'm going to go straight into it. And the first question is book storage. How do you store or organize your shelves? And I have one bookshelf, and with my books I put them in height order, but I like in regards to paperbacks and hardbacks I won't really mix them up. I typically try and keep authors together if possible, and try and keep series together. I think things like rainbow shelves look great, but they're all over the place. Question 2 is tracking. How do you keep track of what you have read and what you own? And I don't keep track of what I own because it's easy enough to really look at. And in regards to tracking what I read, I use Goodreads, and Goodreads alone, it's easy enough for us to use. I can do it whenever and wherever on my phone or on my computer, so I don't really mind using that too much. I think using anything else overcomplicates it, so I just stick to one thing. And 3, borrow. Do you lend your books out? I don't really have any friends that read religiously like I do, so the answer to that is no. Partly to do with that, and partly because I wouldn't really trust them to not ruin it. But you know, not that I don't ruin my own books, I don't mind ruining mine, but I wouldn't want other people to damage them. And number 4 is buying. How do you acquire your books? And typically, if I do buy them from Waterstones, where I live, which is like a chain bookstore in the UK. Sometimes Amazon as well, because I do have a Kindle, so occasionally I get them off from there. And that's and Audible. Sometimes I do use Audible. Some books, certain authors' books I do like to listen to rather than read, or I like to read and listen at the same time, if that makes sense. So mostly those 3 things. And number 5 is comments. How do you respond to, how do you read so much comments? I'm not a big booktuber, so I don't really get those comments at all. I do get the occasional comment on a video, but I've never had that one yet. And number 6 is next book. How do you pick your next book? And typically I only ever have maybe anything up to 5 books that I own new anyways, or pre-owned, so it's just out of those 5, which isn't really too hard to kind of pick from. And sometimes I get library books, but that's normally towards the end of the year when I'm running short on money, to save myself money in regards to Christmas, which I should really be doing all year round because it would be a lot easier for me. And if I don't like a book, I can always take it back. And 7, travel. How do you pick which book comes on vacation with you? And normally it's just a paperback, or I just take my Kindle with me, so it's not really too bad. It's normally the book that I'm currently reading, and if there's not much left, I'll take a different book, so I don't really mind too much. I've always got Audible, and I regularly reread or listen to the Harry Potter series, so I can always listen to that as well, so I've got options with that. 8, annotate. Do you write, annotate, or mark up your books? Sometimes. I never used to. I thought it was sacrilege, I thought it was disgusting behaviour, and it just wasn't okay. But these days, honestly, I'm not really too bothered by writing in the books, highlighting whatever. I'll do it if I think I need to, because I'm not a critical reader. I just read for enjoyment, really. So if I feel like something is very well done, I might highlight it or like mark it in some way or another. I have tabbed books actually, There's a series that I've got called, well, one of them is called Beyond the Deep Woods. It's part of a larger series. I forget what it's called. The Edge Chronicles. I've read some of those books and I do tab them because I like some of the artwork in it, and that's really all that I tab them for. And number 9 is new or backlist. Which do you prefer, new releases or backlist books? And to be honest, both. I don't just read new books. A lot of the books that I do read are old books. To be honest, there's normally about 6 or any up to 10 books a year that I get brand new, because of an author that I like has written a book. So maybe it's around £100 a year that I spend on new books, if that. Sometimes, because a lot of half of those books probably won't be hardback. Sometimes I get the Kindle editions. So most of the time, books that I read do end up being older books. Something that I've just discovered on the off chance. So the most likely going to be paperback or Kindle. So a good mix of both. And the last question is sequels. Do you read books as they are released or wait until they are all out? And for that, both. It just depends if I read a series and like it. Hi.
Hi.
It's recording right now. How do you feel?
I feel okay.
So you're aware some of this interaction will go on the YouTubes?
Some of this interaction. I'll disappear.
Depending if it's a new series or not. Then if it's recent, like new, I'll probably wait until it comes out. But if it's an old one and they're all out, then I can pretty much binge read. And the most recent series that it applies to for waiting for the releases is A Shade of Vampire. But I am behind on those books, so I'm not really having to wait for anything. That's it for all of the questions, and I have no idea who to tag, but if you want to do this tag, I tag you, and I hope you've enjoyed this video today, and thanks for watching.